center of Chile, and I'm standing here by the symbol of Chile, chestnuts. Now I must confess, the first time I arrived here, I thought they were actually onions, but they're not, they're chestnuts. And the reason why I'm showing you these chestnuts is because I want you to join me and Nadesh at a small family business of artisans of chestnut wood. Right, on y va.
Because we are in an area, it was the heart of chestnut and of the job called feuillardier. And the feuillardier was a man making the circle go round the barrel for the wine. Today they are made of metal. They're still doing wood, but it was chestnut only around it. Not the barrel is in another wood, but the round part was made of chestnut.
Les barriques pour le vin, au lieu d'y avoir un cerclage métallique, c'était un châtaignier, un bois de châtaignier.
Ah oui.
Voilà. Voilà. Alors à l'origine, ça c'est très vieux, hein. C'était dans un atelier. Et voilà les cercles qui se fabriquaient. D'accord. Donc attachés tous ensemble et c'était livré par paquets qu'on appelle des meules aux viticulteurs qui mettaient le vin en cuve, quoi, en baril. Et tout ça c'est travaillé à la main. Alors.
And it was really in this area, in 30 kilometers around, you've got all the woodland just for using the chestnut this way, not for the fruit, because on that case the chestnut is just one single tree, very old, using for the fruit. Ours will be a circle with like 10 to 15 trees on it, next to each other. You will have one circle there with 15 trees, another one, we call it taillis of chestnut.
Okay.
And there you only use it for making, depends the age obviously, post, fence you see around garden. You also use it for making wooden floor. You've got many, how to say, you can use for many things.
Yes.
But only the wood himself, not for making, not for the fruit, or not for the beams either for house, because it's a lot bigger. So it was really, 1,000 people used to work there as a second job. It was mainly farmers. Used to do feuillardier, and that's why we are today here, using the woodland is still there from ancestor.
Right.
And we look after. So what is unique, you cut the chestnut, it grows again on its own. So you're not killing a forest.
Right.
That's a big thing.
Yes.
We don't have to plant it, it will grow straight on. In 3 years, is nearly 2 to 3 meters high. So it's really you really participate to the international forest, and that's a big thing.
Okay. And tell me, and the chestnut wood, is it very durable? Is it hard?
It's slightly, how to say, it's very durable. You can compare with oak and chestnut when you use big wood. I mean, we're talking a big tree. They are very strong. the chestnut will tend to, it's going to split more
Yes,
easily.
yes.
So you don't use such as carpenter, you're really going to use more as post or other things. That's the downside of chestnut. So my brother right now is taking, can you hear it? Yeah?
Yes.
He's taking the bar off of the wood to making future pickets, for this type of panel. And after you will finish, you spike it up to finish with another one, or it's more detailed, and by hand you push against the blade to really remove perfectly all the bark. After you will pass on a third machine to do the point for the future post.
Right.
We pass to the fourth machine to do what we call a turn-on. For the other hand have a little point really, to using on a gabari to after put the post one by one and weaving all the golettes. So the golettes are a young wood of chestnut between 2 to 3 years old.
Right.
It's young and we are around to bend it. That's a particularity of chestnut. You can, it's supple when it's young.
Right.
So you can bend it to make this type of band, or even on the side with some round, form round or straight. And it was very, in the old time, in the medieval, around castles, they used to make garden. I don't know how you say it, but higher, you know, put this panel out of the ground to have a garden higher to make the decoration. Very popular on the French garden around castles. It's called plessis médiéval. That's the proper term for it. of 50 branches to remove perfectly to make it smooth, because
Yes.
if you leave the little branch or even a little bit out, you hurt yourself on it. So you take all that out, and after you carry along on the border of the wood, throw in your trailer, bring back, and use it after to do the weaving. You do the same for the bigger wood for making the pot.
So the land with the wood does not belong to you.
No.
You pay per
You pay
annually.
the owner, say I'm going to cut this 1 hectare you have, and he
Right.
give you a price, and you go and cut it, bring back, but you don't own the land. For
Okay.
him, it's like a rent also, because depend what we come every 3 years for the golet. Every
Right.
3 years we come back. When bigger wood is every 12, 15 years.
Okay.
But they don't want to sell it. It's no interest for them. They right to have you coming often,
Yes.
and they look
yes.
after. They do tend to sell to bigger wood yard because they will buy 10 hectares. We're not going to
Right.
use that as
Right.
small business. We want 2 hectares maximum, but
Okay.
that's a unique difficulty. And you've got also people don't look after their land in time, and if you don't cut chestnut as we've got here, you leave it getting too old, they get damaged. The taillés de châtaignier are not made to get wood of 20 years old, so they fall down. It's really to look after. Or you cut around 3 years old, or you
Yes.
cut around 12, 15, you don't wait.
Yes.
They're not made to go bigger. You got area in France, in Brittany, is more for the big one, the bigger
Right.
wood. But it will not grow as a circle with 15 trees
Right.
next to each other. That's the difference.
Okay.
If you go in Corsica, it's completely different.
Yes.
They really grow the tree for the fruit, and they're making cosmetic, flour. They use for different
Oh,
things. It's very
okay.
popular.
Okay.
Different use. Yeah.
Sure.
So
Interesting.
my dad started all and learned through an old person locally wanted to teach him, because that's very rare. It's not everyone wants to teach. That's how you learn. So after my mum had to, and I learned when I was young too, for pocket money.
Wow.
So yeah.
So it's a family business, yeah.
All different models, different height. Sometimes people just want on top of a little wall to just finish the
Yes.
product. So you would just do like 30, 40 centimeters high. It does look nice. The perfect fence around a garden, not around a swimming pool, because children climb on it. You need a straight one.
Sure.
They always find a way. So that is a cabane de feuillardier. In old time, the feuillardier used to work in winter in the woodland. He used to have this bench in purpose to on the demi-half, so the feuillard, to remove the hair and make the circle of the barrels of wine. He used to make copeaux. That's the weaving he used to make. So he used to build on site because he couldn't travel easily with everything.
Yes.
The cabin for himself, so he's not under rain.
Yes.
He used to have a light, and some on the extreme, the most poor one, used to live for a month in it in the winter to do the maximum work they can. And we call it the cabane de feuillardiers. So it's all made from nearly scratch, from what they was doing on site. You still
Amazing.
see few now, but you do have to look after them. And that was a particularity of the feuillardier. The packaging for truffle mainly. I'm not talking about the truffle chocolate, you know, those are one very expensive. Or they use that to protect them.
Yes.
We used to make like a portobello, got things there. That's more, you see. You can make so many things with chestnut. Some stick, walking stick with a mushroom.
Walking sticks.
Yeah. Purse mixed with wood and leather. See, there's so many possibilities. They hide there, but you have got a stick normally, but this one's a little car. You move and you make the noise.
Stunning.
Yeah, proper fashion toy. And you've got decoration with upstairs. They're light. They're always LED lights. All this stand is their decoration lights.
Ouais, il y en a une belle à la maison.
Yeah.
La première.
You can make so many different things. See,
Voilà, et du coup,
that's basically to give an idea. That's what you can make the barrel of wine, you know, around it, and to create to make a seat to sit on it. That was a design.
Ah ouais, c'est des feuillardiers.
But it's really usable.
Et, ah oui, on lui a pas montré la façon là.
I know it looked like that. That's why she wants to bring that. And you just sit on it and it's quick.
La cintreuse électrique.
Oh, I see. It's,
Yes. Jamais lui montrer parce qu'en fait c'est pour s'asseoir. Oui. Ça.
ah.
Oui. Et là. of them. So I don't have the strings there. You've got a string pass through and you turn it and then pull out. Yeah. I've got on the other side. It's two pilancers. It's like the old-fashioned, the original Beyblade, okay, but made of wood, not in plastic. The children will know I would Beyblade.
Right, and now for the dressage. So we're going to be using 4 or 5 year old young chestnut. Okay, so these are either going to be long enough. Just so try and start the same place every time. You go round the back, 2 to the right, foot to the left.
Right.
Because it's larger there, smaller there. If you carry on going the same way, it'll end up doing that. So you have to turn it around.
And start with
Start
the
on
larger
other
end
side.
here.
Obviously the centre is plus or minus the same size.
Right.
So it doesn't move up or down.
Okay.
And then we go 2 to the left. Try and keep the knots as uniform as we can, so that the cross tends to fall on the same pivot. It just makes for a more uniform panel.
Yes.
You can't just go one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, because you won't have the right uniformity on the front and the back of the panel.
Right. So
That's why you have to go 2 to the left, 2 to the right.
Okay.
And this is what a lot of people, when we offer them the packets like that,
Yes.
we offer them the client, and the client says we can do it, and they go left, right, left, right, left, right. They send a photo, and then we say, I'm sorry, but it shouldn't look like that.
Okay.
Although they're happy with it, the way they've done it,
Yeah.
generally it's wrong.
Okay, that's great. And then you just carry on like that until you've got the right height. Yeah.
Because normally this style of fence is designed to be built on site using raw materials. The medieval way, they wouldn't have made panels and then transported it to the destination.
But
they would
on
have
the
just,
site.
pickets would have been in the ground, and they would have
Sure.
just rustically, they wouldn't even clean the branches up as pretty as we do. But
Right.
health and safety this day and age desires more of a careful approach to these things. So anyway,
Yeah, that's
and
great.
that's it.
Thank you very much, Ian.
So this is just a panel that was made last year using leftover wood rather than burning it.
Right.
Just made a hide for the side, and made my side entrance look a bit more private.